guys, welcome back to Graceful Beauty. My name is Sherry and today I just wanted to share with you a little get ready with me, trying on some new makeup products. Some things are not brand new to the market, but they are new to me. Some things I've actually had for quite a long time and I just haven't shared them with you guys. I feel like there's just lately been so many new products coming on the market. It's like, I think it gets a little overwhelming when every other day we're showing you a brand new eyeshadow palette. So today I just want to share with you some makeup items that you may or may not have already heard of. Before we get started, if you are not already subscribed to my channel but you would like to be, just look down below and tap on that subscribe button. And if you want to make sure you get notified every time I do post a new video, make sure you tap that notification bell as well. And if you do like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. So I already applied one sunscreen a little while ago. I used my Obagi matte sunscreen, and then just now, since I knew I was going to be sitting next to this window, I reapplied some of my Australian Gold SPF 50. And then I also applied a little bit of my Color Science 3-in-1. It's an SPF 35, all mineral, so it doesn't burn my eyes. But it's also a color corrector and it's a treatment for the eyes. I'll actually just put a little bit more on so you can see what the color is like. It's just... Sorry, I'm using my middle finger. Okay, I'll use the proper finger. But it's a very sheer color corrector, but it's nice and moisturizing. It's perfect if you don't wear makeup, but of course you need to wear your sunscreen and get it right up underneath your eyes. But it's also great if you wear makeup. I'm just gonna apply a sheer layer of my City Lips to my lips. I always like to do that before I start makeup. For primer, I'm just gonna use a smidge of my Hourglass Ambient Light Primer. This is in the shade Mood Light. For my foundation step, I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this step, but I'm just going to use what I wear in almost all my videos. My IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This is in the shade Medium, and then I have a little bit of medium tan left in this one. And for my blending sponges, these aren't even clean. I mean, I clean them like every day usually, but this is just from yesterday's use, so it's not like it's weeks old. But I'm going to use my favorite one, my Sigma 3D HD, and my other favorite one, Real Techniques. And since I'm too lazy to get up and go in the bathroom and wash them and have them damp, I'm just going to spray these with my e.l.f. setting spray. This is really affordable and it's a nice little setting spray. Okay, for concealer, I just keep dropping everything today. For concealer, I'm going to use this Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo. I have the shade Medium. I think I want to get it a little bit lighter. I do like this one, but I want to mix a smidgy lighter with this. And I do really like this. Here's what's funny about this. I know it looks like I'm putting a lot on, but I'm not because it's super thin. But I have had this for a few months. And I hated it when I first got it. I used it like 3 times. And then I got a couple pimples here, and I thought for sure that this concealer is what was doing it. So I just put it in my little makeup bin, and then about 2 weeks ago I decided, you know, let me just try it out again and see. It's not super full coverage, but it's a good medium to full coverage. But what I really love about it is it doesn't crease. You know, I already have naturally wrinkly under eyes, you know, just the fine lines where it doesn't matter really what I put under there. Usually things will build up in the little creases. And what I love is it doesn't build up in the creases. Where I put it, it stays put. Sometimes I set it with powder, sometimes I don't. So I actually really do like this. Now, I did just get a little pimple right here the other day, which is rare because I never get pimples, you know, all over the rest of my face. I got one here and right here, but I have been like trying all kinds of, you know, different skincare lately. I need to just narrow it down to trying a few different things. For bronzer today, I want to try this one by Elizabeth Mott. It is called Whata Beaches, and I like this shade. It's a nice matte shade, but not like that chalky matte. So I'm just gonna try it with this brush. But this is a very buildable bronzer. So you can, I'm just kind of using a very light hand with this brush. These bristles are super, super soft. And I'm not technically contouring. I'm just, you know, trying to bronze it up. So I've tried this bronzer out a couple times. This brush is not a good brush to put bronzer on with. I'm like making a mess everywhere. But I've tried this bronzer a couple times and I couldn't tell if I liked it or not. So I figured I would try it out today and see what it looked like. I'm just gonna fix it because this brush was not a good brush to try to apply it with. So I feel like it just kind of warms up my skin color, but it's not like overly dark, it's not too orange, it's not too red. I think it's just like the perfect bronze shade. And I will link this down below. You can get this on Amazon. Speaking of the same brand, this is one of their blushes called Show Me Your Cheeks, and this is in the shade Peach Pink. And I thought this was so pretty. Look at what a pretty color this is. If you like Luminoso by Milani, or if you like NARS Orgasm Blush, this one to me is so much better. And I love Milani blushes. You guys know my all-time favorite is a Milani blush. So I don't know if you guys can see the glow that this gives. Of course I put way too much on because I always do since I love blush, but just so that you can kind of see how pretty this is. I'm just gonna lightly set all of this. So I just primed my eyelids with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and then today I wanted to try something I haven't tried in a while. This is by Lancome. This is their, I don't know, I'll link it down below, but it's their brow like a pomade. I haven't used this in a long time. I normally just use a pencil, but I tried it the other day and I kind of liked it. So I can't tell if it's the right color for my brows or not, but I liked it because it was so easy to do and it was fast. For my eyeshadow, I want to use this one by Makeup Revolution. This is the Emily Noel. It's her Once palette. This was sent to me by Makeup Revolution. They also sent me the Emily Edit the Needs palette also, but I haven't opened this because I actually purchased this one myself when it first came out. But I'm sure you guys know this one kept selling out, so then I just kind of forgot about it, and then to my surprise, they sent me this a couple weeks ago, so I was really excited to try it. This, I really like this. I haven't shared it in a video yet. As you can tell, I do use it because it's pretty dirty. So I love the shades of the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter, but for some reason they just, I don't know, I feel like they show too much texture on my skin. But I am obsessed, and I mean obsessed with this eyeshadow shade right here. It's called Passion. Oh my golly, I love this shade. I will just pull this palette out just to use this shade right here. Let me show you what it looks like. You kind of think it's like a black color, but it's, to me, it's like a cross between a black, a bronze, and a purple. Let me see if I can even swatch it. I shouldn't be swatching it with my middle finger, I'm sorry. But I know on my hand it just looks like a regular dark brown shade, but there is just something about this shade when I put it on my eyes. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. I'm not doing like a whole swatch video or anything like that. I'm sure you guys have seen this palette a million times, but look at how pretty these are. I absolutely love these shadows. I'm gonna put Midwest in the crease. I'll probably deepen it up with this one called Dues Paid. Maybe add a little bit of this shade called Hobby. I will put the cream all over my lid, and then for the outer V, and a little bit of eyeliner, I'm going to use that other shade. I think it was called Passion in the other palette. Oops, I meant to put the cream all over the lid. Let's do that first. So I just put the cream all over the lid. Now I'm just going to do Midwest in my crease. Now, I talk about this all the time, but I have hooded eyes, and they're getting more hooded now since I've not used my new face for like 2 months. That's going to be a whole nother video because my new face broke. So this time I'm going to take before and after photos of what it looks like after I fully use the new face for a full 60 days, because now I can really see how hooded my eyes are. And even like this morning, this part, I kept thinking, wow, what's this new wrinkle that's happening here? It's a new wrinkle, but what it is because the hood is hanging down and it's causing this side to wrinkle. So, and when I use the new face, it doesn't do that. So anyways, that'll be a whole nother video in a couple months, so I can really compare before and after photos, if I can get my new face fixed. If not, then we won't be doing that video. So anyways, back to my crease. I seriously cannot talk and do makeup at the same time, but my crease is down here, but I don't want to start my crease here because then clearly you won't even be able to see it. So you just open your eyes, look in the mirror, and I'm just looking in a little mirror here on the camera. Open your eyes and look in the mirror, and then just put where you would want your crease to be. So just a little bit higher here. Really, you just go into where this bone is in here. And I just press the brush, or you can pat it on, whatever works for you. Sometimes when my eyes are really crepey, I just pat it on, but this is such a soft brush, it's really easy to do just such a light touch with it. And then I just make my own crease. And I try to make sure I keep my eyeshadow going in a martini glass shape. So the martini glass, I just put the imaginary line right underneath my eye where the eyeliner would go, and I kind of connect it up to the tip of my brow in the shape of a martini glass, and then I just go straight over. So that's the shaping that I always do my eyeshadow in. It's really good when you have hooded eyes, because if you bring your eyeshadow all the way down here, it's just going to pull your eye down and make them look older and more hooded, for me at least. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of this shade called Dews Paid and just kind of deepen that up. I mean, these are really pigmented, so I could even go less, because on a day-to-day basis I normally don't wear my eyeshadow this dark. I think I put it darker on this eye. That's okay. We'll blend it out. Now I'm going to use the shade Hobby and just kind of go over it and blend it a little bit. I'm going to get out this palette. Look how pretty. This is the shade called Peace, and I just use my finger for this. On a day-to-day eyeshadow look, I'll usually just use this shade Faith, all in the crease, and kind of blend it out, and then I'll put this shade called Peace, and then a little pop of this. And if I want shimmer, I'll use the highlighter. I just think this is such a perfect shade just to kind of bring everything together. They blend so well, and it's honestly just for the price, you just can't beat the price of these. And now I'm just taking this lighter shade called Love, and I'm just going over it with that. And now I just want to show you, I don't know if you can see on camera, I'm going to show you how beautiful this shade Passion is. And I'm just lightly dipping the end of my brush in it, and I'm just going to kind of use it as my eyeliner. And then I'm going to bring it up a little bit into and make a little outer V, and then blend that. I'm just going to use the fluffy side and hope I don't mess up, just so I can blend the outer V a little bit. So I got way too much on. The camera battery died when I did this side. I didn't realize it was dead. But do you guys see how I went down a little bit too low on this side? And I'm not done blending, and I've got to do the bottom lashes here. But do you see how I kind of went down a little too low on this side, and it's kind of pulling this eye down instead of going up? But it's okay if you do that, because I'm going to clean it up in the end with a little bit of concealer. The one thing that I really love is that they are super blendable, because I'm not a makeup artist, you guys know that, but I just love playing with makeup. And so of course, like I just did, I made a mistake, but it's no big deal because I can just easily blend it out. I'm gonna lightly dip, hopefully I lightly dipped, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit of this dark shade called Passion right underneath the lower lash line, and then just kind of connect it to what I did on the top. And then I'm just gonna use a fluffy blush. I'm going to use a fluffy brush and just kind of blend that out at the end. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this shade right here on my favorite Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to put this on the inner corners and underneath my lower lash line. Before I blend everything out, I'm just going to clean this up and make this line go up just a little bit more. And I'm just going to use, this is one of my favorite concealers to do that with. I don't use it under my eyes so much because it's just a little too light. I got the wrong shade, but I'm just going to put a little here and then just kind of draw where I want that martini glass shape to go. And then here. This was the side mainly that I messed up. And then just kind of connect it to my eyebrow. So really you could just do a dot here and a dot here and then just connect the dots if that's easier for you. I need to blend this before it dries like this. Now, I'm not one that likes that super harsh straight line. I like everything to look blended. As I take just a clean, fluffy brush, and then I just kind of blend it upwards and then in little circles. Or I'll honestly just take my pinky and then just kind of press it just so that it's kind of a softened line. I keep looking at this shade called Eve Rose right here. This is such a pretty shade. I don't know if you can even see what it looks like, But I just want to put this on my lid. I want to see if I like what it does. For my eyeliner, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to see if I can find it. I really like this. Normally I use a liquid eyeliner, but this is a dark brown, and this stuff doesn't come off. Once this sets, it doesn't budge. And I normally get oily eyelids, and I can actually use this one. Normally I can only use a waterproof liquid that doesn't come off, but I can actually use this on my upper eyelid, and it just doesn't budge. I don't know the name of it. Lottie, maybe? It says AM to PM eyeliner. So, and it's called Mocha as the shade. I'll look it up and see if I can link it down below. And I don't put like a thick layer of eyeliner. Basically what I do is I really just try to press it in between my eyelashes just to darken that up, because when you do have hooded eyes, if you put a thick layer of eyeliner, imagine what that would look like if this was all really dark, then it would really look like I have no eyelids. And if you have less eyelid space than me, don't even put it up here. Just tight line it if you're able to on the inner waterline. I'll show you how to do that on this eye. And I don't do like a big wing. I just kind of follow along where I had drawn the eyeshadow and just kind of lightly blend that up. And let me sharpen it first before I put it inside my eye. Otherwise, it won't be fun. So all you're doing, you're not shoving it in your eye, but just kind of press it where your lashes are coming out, and then just kind of draw. Let me see if I can get close so you can see. For my mascara, I have a couple new ones, but I just don't feel like getting up and grabbing them. So I'm just going to use what I always use. I'm going to do a combination of my Stila Huge. This is fine by itself, but I absolutely love, this is my all-time favorite, my Maybelline Full and Soft. It just kind of blends everything out better, but this makes my lashes so long and full, and what I love is they're not crunchy, and it comes off so easily with just regular face cleanser. You don't need any special eye makeup remover with this, so I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this part. You guys can probably see that I have mascara all over the place. So wait for it to totally be dry, and then just take a Q-tip or even a blending brush for your eyes, or even your fingernail, but I don't have long fingernails so I can't do that. But it has to be dry. If you do it when it's wet, it's going to stay put all day long. See how it just kind of wipes right off? So I have a couple new things I want to show you guys. Have you guys ever heard of that website Octoly? If you're a YouTube creator or Instagram or whatever, you probably have. But since I'm still new to YouTube, I haven't even had a channel for a year, I finally signed up for it and I got accepted. And what it is basically, as a creator, you can get accepted to review different products, but you have to do them within like 30 days of getting them. And you know, there's no contract or anything crazy like that. They don't say, will you please give a positive review? And I will do another video about how I feel about sponsored videos and why I don't do sponsored videos. That'll be a whole nother video. But so one of the products I picked was this Grand Lips. And this is their Hydra Plump Liquid Lipstick. It's a semi-matte formula, and this is the shade Vintage Rose. Now this is not brand new to the market, because I actually have a couple of these already. That one of them I got in a beauty box subscription, and another one I purchased. This is one I got in a kit. This one was so pretty, but it's just too dark for me. And I'll just quickly show you this and then get on with the review. If you like deep, bold berry shades, you will probably love this one, but it's just a little too dark for me unless I blot it, because I'm not really into super dark shades. But I absolutely love the formula of this. It says 97% said it was comfortable to wear, 94% said their lips looked naturally fuller, and I'll see if I can pop this little picture here. It shows what people's lips look like before and after. They have lip glosses, and I love lip glosses, that's my thing. So I'm probably going to purchase these next, because I really want to try these out, since you guys know I'm obsessed with my city lips. But it shows a definite increase in the fullness of the lips, and it's not like a intense burning or stinging or anything like that. And this is another shade. I'll link these down below because I don't know the shade of this. This is also the semi-matte formula. I don't wear this one on its own, but this is so pretty as like a topper to put in the center of your lips. And I think I shared this in a video a really long time ago. But this is such a pretty, like it's like a lavender kind of pinky shade. But the one I requested to be sent to me was called Vintage Rose. So it's the same formula, but this one is just kind of a beautiful kind of mauve-y rose shade. I mean, it's really similar to this one, except it's not as dark. I don't know if you can tell. I've tried it a couple times and I like it best. Of course, I always put lip gloss over top of everything because I'm a lip gloss fanatic. So I want to try their lip glosses now. I've also tried their mascara. I bought their mascara probably a year or two ago, and literally it makes my lashes so long. When I went to have an eye exam, the doctor told me she was probably going to have to make me take off my false lashes because it was going to interfere with the device. Actually, it wasn't an eye exam. It was for my vertigo, for dizziness, and it was this machine they had to put on. And I'm like, these aren't false lashes. It was actually their mascara. And I haven't bought it since then. I think I need to check it out. But anyways, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. If you're into liquid lipsticks and if you like lipstick that doesn't bleed, you know, into your wrinkles, if you have mature lips like I do, I've got wrinkles and I cannot stand when my lipstick does that. So lip liner works great. But I wanted to try this on and see how I like it. Normally I will line my lips, but I just kind of want to see what this looks like with the thin coat without lip liner. With this type of applicator tip, you really don't need a lip liner because it's already a semi-matte formula, and when you apply it, this point on the applicator tip, it helps you to get a nice, precise line. I don't know, what do you guys think? I do really like the shade, but I think I'd like it better with a little bit of a gloss over it. I'm actually going to blot it, and then I just want to try this lavender one in the center. I always like a little bit of an ombre look on my lips, so let me just blot it and see what that looks like. I like that when you blot it, it pretty much stays put. I mean, look, I pressed pretty hard. And I've worn this in other videos where I just lightly put it on, and then I just blend it out with my finger. I mean, it's really pretty, but I still feel like I need a gloss over it. If you guys have tried their glosses, let me know how you like them. So now I'm just going to play around. I'm going to put a little bit of liner on, and then I'll put a pop of gloss and see how that looks. And then I'm just going to see what it looks like with a little bit of my NYX Butter Gloss over top. This is in the shade Fortune Cookie. I do really like this lipstick. Of course, I blended it with their lighter shade. Oh, this one's called French Lilac, by the way, that I put over top of it. And oh, the other thing is it doesn't sting. It almost just feels like my lips feel fresh, like a hint of peppermint. But you know, some of those lip plumpers, like literally you feel like your lips are on fire. This doesn't do that. And it even says 94% said it doesn't sting, which it doesn't. So I'm really thankful that they let me try this out. And again, if you guys have tried any of their other products or their lip glosses especially, that's my thing. You guys know I'm a lip gloss fanatic. Let me know, and then maybe I will get some of those. Look, now you can see this wrinkle. So you can see my wrinkles. So this is what I get Botox. I get it done, I don't know, once or twice a year, but it's completely worn off. So those of you that say I've had work done to my face, this is me, wrinkles and all. So this is the product I want to share with you guys. This is not brand new to the market, but this is new to me. This is by Paula's Choice. It's called her Shine Stopper. Those of you that have dry skin, you don't want this. But if you have oily skin or textured skin, or if you have that shine that you want to get rid of, this stuff is amazing. So you guys know I've used Paula's Choice for over 20 years. I talk about Paula's Choice products pretty often, and I am going to be doing that video soon of all of her products that I love. But what this is, it's like an instant mattifying finish that you put over top of your makeup when it's done. It feels like a cream, but when you press it on over your makeup, it doesn't disturb your makeup, but oh my gosh, this really gets rid of the shine. So I'm just going to use my blending sponge that I just used to put on my foundation, and I'm just going to put a little bit on it. I hope you guys can see what this does, but it'll help to blur my pores and to get rid of any of that shine. But see how it's not taking away my blush, it's not really disturbing my makeup. And then let's put this on this wrinkle and see if we can help disguise this some. Of course, the way the light's hitting me, it's really making the wrinkle stand out more. Let me see if I can get rid of this shine. I'm gonna close the window some so you can see my skin better. So I still have a glow because I do have fairly glowing skin, but my pores, it's like it makes your pores disappear. I'm gonna try to share this with you in another video. Maybe I'll sit in the living room or something next time so that you can see it better. So I like shine, I just don't like to see big pores. Okay, and before I finish my makeup, if you guys watch any of my Get Ready With Me videos, I always apply my favorite, all-time favorite blush. This is by Milani. This is called Delicioso Pink. It's not sold in stores anymore. I don't know why. I think this is probably the best blush of any high-end blush ever, but I always like to put a pop of color right on my cheeks. I think pink looks so beautiful and ladylike on anyone. I just think this is, you guys will see, it's just so pretty. And I mean, I've used this thing to death. Look at how it's just already falling apart, but of course I have a couple backups. So I'm just gonna take that same blush brush and just put a little bit on it, and then I'm just gonna, I should have done this before I put the Polish Choice mattifying, but you can put makeup over top of it. And then I'm just gonna put I'm lightly touching and just gonna lightly put a pop of the color. You see how that just kind of brightens up my face? I love this stuff. It's a matte blush, but I do feel like there's a hint of a sheen, but not a sheen that ever accentuates my pores or texture. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, I just want to thank you guys so much for taking your precious time to even watch my channel. You know, this is a newer beauty channel. It's less than a year old, and it's really starting to grow faster than I expected, so I really appreciate all of you guys' support. And if you did like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you've tried any of these products, let me know down below, especially the eyeshadow palette. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed to my channel but you would like to be, just look down below and you can tap on that subscribe button. And at the very end of this video, my face will pop up in the bottom of the video, and you can tap on that as well.